You're stuck in life and in your career because you're not progressing. How many years would you want to spend in fourth grade? How many years would we allow our children to stay in 1 year of school, right? How many? About one, right? 1 year of progress, and we would expect them to move to the next grade. However, when we become adults, if you think about it, how many years have you been stuck essentially on the same grade, whether that's pay grade, the same position, in the same job, the same company? How many years? If you were to think of it right now, when I finished my university studies, it was like 17 years of going to primary school, high school, college, university. It's like we're progressing every single year, become an adult, and all of a sudden there's just no more pressure to progress. You could quite happily sit for 5 years, 10 years in the same position, getting tiny, tiny increments of pay just above inflation, which basically means you're just staying where you are. You're genuinely not increasing in life. What used to really annoy me is my pay increments were maybe £3,000 in a year, 3,000, which is just inflation, like just a few £100 really. Um, it didn't feel like very much, and I'm thinking, listen, I come to work every single day. I put in 8, 10 hours a day. I'm learning new things on this computer. I'm speaking to more people, getting more connections, more knowledge, more mature. But yet my pay is only going up by a fraction every single year. I think to myself, after 5 years, is my knowledge, as it just went up this tiny, tiny, a little amount? And to even cap it off, to make it even more frustrating, your job has a pay cap, which means when you get to this level, no longer, it doesn't matter how many years you spend, doesn't matter how knowledgeable you become, if you do not progress beyond this position in your job, you need to go get a new job because you're not going to get any more money. Now, imagine if we done that at school, let's say, that a child gets to a certain grade and they no longer progress. Wouldn't we start to get worried? Wouldn't teachers and parents and society add pressure onto this child to get them to progress further in life, that they can't spend 2, 3 years in fourth grade? However, when you're an adult, nobody's coming to you with that kind of pressure. And we end up sitting for 5, 10, 15, 20 years in the same position because there's no pressure, right? Your colleagues around you, they don't want to see you grow, because if you start growing, well, you're going to be ahead of them and they're going to feel bad. So there's no chance your colleagues are going to start saying to you, hey, Joe, why are you not, progressing? You've been in the same position last 3 years. Why are you not? I don't see you progressing. Where's the books you're reading? It doesn't happen like that, right? Because the people around you generally want you to stay exactly where you are. And anytime you start moving up the ladder, you've probably seen this in workplaces. I definitely have. There's people that were around us in the same group, let's say of colleagues, and then get a promotion. Now they no longer sit around with us at lunchtime. Now they sit in the management office. So there's a little bit of distance here. Now they're no longer like your chums. Now they become your managers. And now socially, they're not in the same circles. And that's generally stops people from moving forward because they don't want to lose their old friends. However, I need to ask you this question, and seriously, are you stuck in the same position you've been in for the last couple of years? Whether it's the same pay grade in different roles, so you've just been jumping around, maybe you're middle management, maybe you're the apprentice role level, you keep jumping around from different apprentice roles, middle, entry manager, entry positions, minimum wage jobs, even top end careers. You can get stuck in one position. So the solution for this is self-development and self-improvement. Now, how you do this is, to get to a better position than you are currently, you of course have to become a new person. How do you become a new person? You become a new person with new ideas and new thinking. People are stuck because they're not providing, or they're not reading more information. How do you expect to get better? People just go to their jobs 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 5, doing the same thing. They open up the spreadsheet, they process this customer, they stock this shelf, they speak to the same people about the same things. To be honest, that's what workplace is. It's the same thing happening repetitively. The same. And you're expecting to increase your level. How? What I suggest, and the way I done it, from progressing from when I finished university, the next job I got was an entry level position. I worked my way through that. It was in a house building, That was my profession, project management. Worked my way through house building and got to the management level. And then from there, I jumped to another entry level position. And then from there, worked my way up the pay grade, all the way up to the moment I realized, you know what, this is a big trap. There's a trap here because you're capped. You cannot earn any more than your manager above you. And keeping like jumping from corporation to corporation wasn't the route I wanted. I found myself doing the hard work, but because someone has been here longer than you, who's above you, there's no way of you progressing. And corporation life was not for me. And that's when I started my own business in 2019, became entrepreneur with a restaurant business I had, and lots of other different businesses as well, which I found a lot of success, which gave me the freedom which I have now. It was the trying and testing of different businesses, ideas, and the knowledge. I listened, oh my goodness, I listened to so much podcasts, so many of them. I was doing jobs where I was working in the evening, trying to break free from this 9 to 5 trap because, your paycheck really traps you. I listened to podcasts, self development. I was doing, and I was delivering hot food in the evenings, hot food deliveries. And honestly, I was able to listen to about seven-hour audiobooks in 1 or 2 days because I had so much time in the evening where I just had them plugged in and I was just driving around. And this allowed me then to see opportunities in the marketplace and capture some value. That's the problem. A lot of people are looking to add more value to their life, but they're not open to learning more and more. How many years would you like to spend in fourth grade? The answer is one. How many years are you spending stuck in the position you're in just now? Let's be honest here, how many years? Right? Look around you. How many years have you been stuck in the same job, same position, wanting to start a business for years, and it's just never happened? It's because you're not progressing in life. You have to take the step forward. A lot of people are expecting people just to offer them or give them the opportunity. Honestly, nobody cares about your dreams more than you do. Nobody cares one little bit that you could be in a dead end job for the next 20 years. And guess what? You're there for 20, 30 years and you get laid off with a week's notice. Who are you going to complain to? That you have to look after yourself and your own self development. That's what we do here in our community. We help entrepreneurs self-develop, progress, so you're not stuck on the same level every single time. You're progressing so that you can start your own business, because that's what you need, self-development, so you can progress. But click on the link underneath this video and we've got a whole 6 series worth of courses on self-development, how to go from no ideas to having plenty of ideas to starting your business and progress. Nobody else is going to do it for you. Once I progressed out of the corporate life, that's when I realized, wow, to be honest, you can get paid exactly what you want to get paid. You just have to go out there, add value to the marketplace. But how do you do that without any ideas? Honestly, without any ideas, you have no chance. Absolutely no chance. For me, I have so many ideas. I've got more ideas than time to implement them. And when I speak to people that are stuck in their job, I see opportunities everywhere now. I say, start this business, start that business. They don't want to start any businesses because, first of all, they have no ideas. And second, they have no confidence that they can do it. What I suggest to you is start listening to self-development products, audiobooks, courses, something that's going to get you stuck out of your stuck situation. The problem is you are in this position like I was with no ideas, and that is the worst place to be in. Stuck with no ideas. That means you have no hope, and it's terrible to be hopeless. Hopeless is like the worst human feeling you can ever get. People commit suicide based on being hopeless. You don't want to be hopeless. You want to at least have lots of ideas and just looking for that opportunity to break free from your current job and be able to implement them. But imagine you're stuck and you have no ideas at all. Right? That's just like, honestly, that is like the worst. So if you're somebody who's struggling for ideas, for that motivation to get out of that rut that you're in, especially in corporate world, honestly, it sucks. And before that, even people dream about having a corporate job before that, if you were working just, let's say, deliveries, this was also something else that was really frustrating for me. Working delivery jobs where you are, each delivery you're getting paid £3 or £4, let's say £3 or £4 per delivery, and you've got like your mortgage, you've got your kids, your family, the shopping, all of that to pay for. And you're like, I'm getting paid like £3 or £4 a delivery. How many of these deliveries do I need to do, to pay off my mortgage? It's very soul destroying or very stressful knowing that you're basically collecting pennies, and you're trying to pay off your lifestyle with like little delivery fees. That's not the way you want to be living your life. Picking up like loose change basically is what it is. Trying to pay your life based on loose change. And that's exactly how I felt when I was doing these delivery jobs. However, it gave me the time to listen to audiobooks, which then eventually got me the ideas to break free. And I asked of you, are you looking to break free from your 9 to 5 or increase your income? The answer is you have to have more ideas, and for sure you have to break free from this corporate kind of structure that you're in, or even maybe you don't even have a job at the moment, which is just even more worse for you. If you don't have a job, you need to get a job, any job. You need to start improving your mentality, your idea flow, and of course, that all starts with self development. I wouldn't be anywhere as successful as I am without self development. So I invite you to join our community, which is in the link below. Join our group of entrepreneurs. We will show you exactly how I got out of my 9 to 5 job, started businesses. Within 3 months, I moved countries. I now live with a nice hot Spain with my family, enjoying a lot of family time. It's just coming up for summer now, so it's very, very hot. I've got the air conditioning. I've just turned it off at the moment. It's quite noisy, and it's honestly, life has just changed when you change. That's it. Nobody's going to do anything for you. You have to make the change. So click on the link below, join our community. There's a wealth of ideas in there, a support network, and watch our intro video. And I look forward to welcoming you in there. And honestly, your life will never be the same again as soon as you start making a change, because nothing changes until you change.